Yeah, if you're watching the replay, fast forward 5 to 10 minutes, we're gonna let some people get in here. Thanks for stopping by. You could be anywhere in the world, but you hear what we. Whoa, 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 whoa. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you here with me. Much respect. Let's get it. Players fuck up too. Yeah. Let's get it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get it, let's get it. Yeah. Let's get it, let's get it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's get started. A little bit early, but let's get it. I want to test something out. I don't think it's working, but we're going to test something out.
She's a bitch, you let her know you've been a bitch.
This woman
And let the bitch be.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. 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 You're so dumb. You are really dumb.
Alright, we're gonna go.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb.
Hit the like button if you haven't
You're
already.
so dumb. You are really dumb.
Just to
You're
let
so
you know,
dumb.
probably
You are
already
really
know
dumb. You're so dumb. You are really
Let me
dumb.
start with this.
You're so dumb.
Looking
You
for a
are really
sponsor for the live
dumb.
stream starting at $5.
You're so dumb. You are really
Sponsor
dumb.
for the live stream unless somebody
You're
else
so
donates and
dumb.
knock
You are really
$5.
dumb.
If we make
You're
$15 so the
dumb.
first hour,
You are really
guaranteed to
dumb.
live stream. If we
You're
make
so
$25 the
dumb.
whole
You
live
are
stream,
really
we'll
dumb.
do a live stream tomorrow night
You're
at 8
so
p.m.
dumb. You are really dumb. You're
And I'll
so
go over some more
dumb.
things
You are really
once more
dumb.
people get in here.
You're so dumb.
This article
You are
says,
really
"Signs
dumb.
you're not ready for a relationship.
You're
even if
so
you think you
dumb.
are."
You are really dumb.
Hold on, let me get some water.
You're so dumb. You are really
Bear
dumb.
with me.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb.
All right.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb.
You can't stop talking
You're
about
so
your
dumb.
ex.
You are really
It says
dumb.
in every other sentence is
You're
in comparison
so
to
dumb.
your ex or a
You are
tale of
really
your past
dumb.
relationship drama. It's a
You're
major
so
red
dumb.
flag. You need
You
time
are
to heal
really
and process
dumb.
your breakup before bringing a
You're
new
so
person
dumb.
into the mix.
You are really
It's okay to
dumb.
take time to yourself before
You're so
starting
dumb.
something new.
You are really
I
dumb.
definitely agree with that.
You're so dumb.
You're
You
not
are
ready to
really
date.
dumb.
You're still bringing up the last
You're
one.
so dumb. You are really dumb. You're so dumb. You are really dumb.
2, you expect your
You're
partner
so
to solve all
dumb.
your problems.
You are really dumb. You're so dumb.
Men
You are really
expect
dumb.
their women to solve all their
You're
problems.
so
That's
dumb.
the problem.
You are really
Women
dumb.
definitely expect you to
You're so
fix their
dumb.
life,
You are really dumb.
to take them out of their pool
You're
of garbage.
so dumb. You are really dumb.
It says it's
You're
natural
so
to want to
dumb.
find comfort
You
in
are
someone
really
else,
dumb.
but thinking they'll magically
You're
fix
so
all your
dumb.
issues is
You are
unrealistic.
really dumb.
Relationships should enhance
You're
your
so
life, not be
dumb.
the sole
You are
reason for
really
your
dumb.
happiness. Focus on building
You're
yourself
so
up before
dumb.
depending on
You are
someone
really
else
dumb.
for your well-being.
You're so dumb.
Yeah.
You are really dumb.
I would agree
You're
with
so
this.
dumb.
I would definitely
You are
agree.
really dumb. You're so dumb.
I think
You
a lot
are
of
really
women just are
dumb.
unhappy people.
You're so
Their partner
dumb.
is the closest
You are really
person
dumb.
to them to blame. I mean, women
You're
love
so
blaming men
dumb.
for their
You
problems.
are really
generally
dumb.
speaking. I think we can all agree
You're
on
so
that.
dumb. You are really dumb. You're so
But if you're
dumb.
looking for
You
a
are
woman
really
to somewhat
dumb.
take serious, you definitely want to be
You're
with a
so
woman who's just
dumb.
a happy
You are
person.
really dumb.
Like one of those
You're
women
so
who just seem like
dumb.
they're always
You are really dumb. You're
There's
so
always a
dumb.
green flag.
You are really dumb. You're so
Says you're
dumb.
craving
You are
constant
really
excitement.
dumb.
So is this for women specifically?
You're
'Cause all
so
this shit sound
dumb.
like it's
You are
specifically
really
women.
dumb.
I mean, this is a woman's
You're so dumb.
website. Bold.
You are really dumb.
Pretty much all these.
You're
I
so
don't want to say
dumb.
exclusively.
You are
apply to
really
women, but
dumb.
Yeah, it's definitely geared
You're
towards women.
so dumb. You are really
Because women are
dumb.
definitely the ones who are craving
You're so
constant
dumb.
excitement.
You are really dumb.
If you need
You're
endless
so
drama,
dumb. You are really dumb.
if you need endless drama,
You're
in the
so
world where
dumb.
romance
You are
really
really
fits,
dumb.
it might be a sign you're not ready for
You're
something
so
stable and
dumb.
healthy.
You are
Take
really
time to figure
dumb.
out what you truly want
You're
from a
so
relationship.
dumb.
It's better
You
to
are
be
really
comfortable in your
dumb.
own skin before building
You're
something
so
lasting with
dumb.
another person.
You are really
Here's the thing,
dumb.
man. Once they've already
You're
had
so dumb.
their
You are
fun
really dumb.
with Long Stick Rick,
You're so dumb.
Yo,
You are
so
really
what?
dumb. You're so dumb. You are really dumb.
oh crap. Okay.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. You're so dumb. You are really dumb. You're so
I don't know why
dumb.
I'm
You
not
are really
hearing
dumb.
You're
You're so
You're
dumb.
really dumb.
You are really dumb.
Okay. Let me know in the
You're
comments
so
section.
dumb. You are really dumb.
Oh shit, I got a loop talking
You're
over
so
it.
dumb.
All
You
right.
are really dumb. You are so
Why can't I hear
dumb.
that? Hold
You
on.
are really dumb. You are so dumb. You 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 are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I don't know why I can't hear that though in my headphones. That's what I don't understand. That's what I'm not getting, y'all. I tried to set up memes, y'all, to press, for stupid moments. But, alright, y'all. I'm gonna delete these. Alright, anyway. Let me know if anything crazy happened again, y'all. Alright. My breakup was so much worse. It says, no pain Olympics. Trying to one up your friend's heartbreak is super unhelpful. Everyone's experience is valid, and their suffering isn't lessened by your past experiences. Instead of comparing, focus on listening and offering support. Let your friend know you're for them without judgment. I mean, yeah, that's toxic as hell. You telling a friend something you're going through, and they're like, well, it wasn't worse than what I went through. It's like, it's not all about you, you fucking narcissist. Why don't you just be a compassionate human and be there for your friend? But with a lot of women, not all, but with a lot of women, they think they're the main character in the movie and everybody else is just a supporting actor. But I'm going to figure out the damn memes one way or another. 5, you just want somebody to fill the void. Desperation isn't a great foundation for a relationship. If the idea of being alone makes you panic, it's better to address those feelings first instead of dragging someone else into your emotional turmoil. Learning to enjoy your own company is a key to building healthy relationships. Yeah, women hate sitting with their own brain, though. They got to reflect on all the scumbag things they did, all the heartbreak, all the regrets. Women are overthinkers on average, in my opinion, more so than men. They just sit and just worry and think about what if and, what happened 3 years ago with an ex. They drive themselves crazy. They really do. So oftentimes women need to distract themselves with work, hanging out at the club, hanging out with friends, going back to school, anything. To distract themselves with Chads and Tyrones, anything but sitting with their own brain. Number 6, you're idolizing your ex. Alpha widowed. If you see your past relationship through rose-colored glasses, it's a sign you haven't fully processed the breakup. It's natural to remember the good times, but if you're glossing over the bad, it might be hard to open your heart to someone new. Give yourself the time and space to acknowledge the flaws of your previous relationship, which will help you approach future ones more realistically. Yeah, and oftentimes they're idolizing a dude who was never really their real boyfriend. It was just a situationship. Now that's really pathetic. When you idolizing a motherfucker who never even gave you commitment. Or you're idolizing a Chad who you only hung out with 3 hours in a week, and you're like making it seem like he was so great, but you don't really know that man. You know, you hung out with him for 2 hours every other Saturday and you think he's Superman. You don't know his flaws. You know, you don't know how he would act in a real relationship. He might be terrible in a real relationship, but he's awesome in a situationship because you don't got to see him that often. We're going to go to 10. I don't know how many it is, but we just going to go to 10. It says 7, you don't have your own life. All these seem like they're the same. A healthy relationship shouldn't become your whole world. If all your time and energy revolve around finding a partner, you're probably not ready for the real deal. Invest in your hobbies, friendships, and personal goals. A lot of women don't have hobbies other than gossiping and shopping. You're probably not ready for the real deal. Invest in your hobbies, friendships, and personal goals. Build a fulfilling life outside of a relationship, and it will make you a more attractive and well-rounded partner when the time is right. Yeah, by the time women got to come on bold and get dating advice, they're probably already fucked up. That's why I said high school and college, ideal time to find a mate. You're afraid of being vulnerable. If the idea of opening up and being emotionally honest scares you, you need time before entering a relationship. Vulnerability is essential for forging close bonds, and if you're not able to share your true self, you won't be able to fully connect with someone else. Consider exploring the reasons behind your fear of vulnerability. It might involve working on past hurts or building your self-trust. I mean, yeah. It's from the tall, hot guys running through them, not giving them commitment, and they don't feel good enough anymore because they done been ran through the ringer by a top percenter. And she's probably just damaged for life at that point. It says, you have major trust issues for the reasons I just explained. Past hurts can create a lot of baggage. If you struggle to believe in someone's good intentions, you're setting yourself up for unhealthy relationships. It's important to address the root of your trust issues, whether that's through individual therapy or working on your own self-esteem and sense of security. Look, when women have been in multiple toxic, unhealthy relationships, she's never going to be satisfied with a healthy relationship. She doesn't want a healthy relationship. A part of a woman's brain don't want a healthy relationship because that's fucking boring to her. That's the part that they don't talk about in these articles. Oh, work towards a healthy relationship. She doesn't want one. Even though she knows she should want one. Last but not least, you're not sure you even want a relationship. If you're dating just because you feel like you should, take a step back. It's okay to be single and figure out what you genuinely want. Don't let societal pressures or expectations put you into something you're not ready for. Yeah. I agree. Don't date just because you feel like you should. You actually would probably be doing a good man a favor by not dating. Maybe just give up on dating altogether if you're damaged. Get some personal therapy so you can heal personally for your life, but don't bring another person into this shit show. A lot of women just need to stay single. I'll say that. Now, how many people we got in here? We got enough people in here. I'm going to show y'all something real quick before I start on the first video, which is going to be an old video I think I did long time ago, before I was even Modern Dating Cure. But I want to go over it one more time because she got married and I wasn't predicting that. But before we get into that, because this video is 6 years old. I've been doing this a long time, y'all. All right. So, super chat, super stickers, and super chat, super stickers, and Streamlab donations will get you these memes. So, if you donate $1 to $10, you get this meme.
My nigga.
If you donate $10 to $20, well, $10 to $19.99. You get this meme?
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Fucking thing
Fucking
sucks.
thing sucks.
So yeah, if you if you donate 10 or more, you get that. If you donate 20 or more, you get this.
You a gangster now. You on the other side. Whole new ball game. You can't learn about it in school, and you can't have a late start.
All right, for some strange reason, if you donate $50, you get this. $50 or more, you get this.
Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Now, if you donate $100 or more, you get this.
Thank you for being there, man. Charles.
I run shit. You just live it.
You've seen it before. It's the whole 30-second extravaganza. Now, looking for a sponsor for the show starting at $5. Unless somebody knock you out with a higher bid, then they become the sponsor of the show. If we make $15 this first hour, it guarantees a 2-hour live stream. If we make $25 the whole live stream, I'll go live again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Now, also join the membership. Access to 2 to 3 exclusive live streams plus pop-up live streams will be behind the paywall. After that live stream ends, access to videos without ads, access to over 75 exclusive episodes you've never seen, etc., etc. Let's get started.
Go.
Everything I do it with a passion.
What's good, fam? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Brittany. I make lifestyle videos. I make advice videos, adult videos, all of those kind of videos to help you with your life.
Hit the like button.
And I vlog and I share my
Hit
experiences,
the like button,
travel
y'all.
vlogs and everything like that. So if you are new, come on and join my fam. If you want to be a part of my fam, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and use hashtag fam down below so that I know it's real. Now, on my last video, or one of my last videos, if you guys haven't noticed, I've moved. I live in a different city, different everything, new place, new me. Now, same me, y'all.
Oh, I hate that. New place, new me. Yeah, it's the same you. You got to do the inner work. See, I want to touch on this real quick. When women are hopping from city to city, state to state, that's a huge red flag. What are you running from? It's a red flag for so many reasons. Because even if she isn't running from something, just what are you doing? When are you going to settle in one place and build a life? Even if she's traveling around for business reasons, women like that aren't wife material. If they're just constantly moving this place, this business venture, that business venture, in LA for 2 years, in New York for 2 years to flip some houses, it's just too much going on. It's not grounded, and it doesn't say traditional wife, and she probably wouldn't make a good wife or a good girlfriend. Because when a woman is moving around like that and she's having this exciting life and all that, she's never going to be truly satisfied just sitting in the house folding socks for 50 years. She's not going to be content with that for a lifetime. She tasted more exciting things, you know? But let's continue.
Sustain me. But I brought up doing a 30 no kids, no husband video, and a lot of you were very interested in me doing this video. I wanted to do this video because I feel like so many girls, including myself, waste so much time and energy focused on having certain things like marriage and children by a certain age.
Well, okay, so you're saying they waste, okay, you wasted your time and other women are wasting their time worrying about getting a family, a marriage, yada, yada, yada. I don't think that's a waste of time at all. For you to even say that says that you don't really value it. If you think it was a waste of time to try to get it by a certain time. Like, no, if that's something very important to you, you should try to get it as soon as possible. Man, all these videos of these women talking, look, they're all fucked up, man. Like I said, after college, you already missed the boat. Something has already went terribly wrong by 23 if you haven't been able to lock down a partner and make something work.
And when you you do that, and there's nothing wrong with goals. There's nothing wrong with saying what you want at a certain time in life. There's nothing wrong with it. But I feel like it can be very toxic if not done carefully and like for the right reasons. When I was younger, when I was 22, 21, and in college, I wanted to get married so bad. I wanted to have a family so bad to where
What's wrong with that?
I kind of feel like I missed my youth. Or
See, and yeah, women like this aren't worth it. When any woman who feel like I want to party from 18 to 33, and then I'll worry about a family, that's a woman who's prioritizing partying over family. That means she values family, or she values partying over family. She's whatever a woman gives her prime to is what she truly values. There are 19-year-old girls who say, fuck partying, I want to find my husband and start having some kids. Those are the best wives. They don't feel like they're missing out on their party years. They're like, I ain't missing out on what? Drinking alcohol and being a sloppy fucking mess? No, thank you. Getting pumped and dumped by chads? No, thank you. They saw the writing on the wall at 14. They're like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to try to find my man as soon as possible, settle down, and we can have some fun together before we, get married and have some kids. But I ain't trying to be out in these streets. Women who choose the streets over a family in their prime don't deserve, well, I ain't going to say that. I would advise men to never pick them for anything serious. If she didn't prioritize a family from 18 to 23, and when I say that, I don't mean she got to get pregnant at 19, 20. It just means I'm trying to find my husband early as possible and build our relationship and have a ball with my boyfriend, my serious boyfriend or my husband from 18 to 23 or 18 to 25, and then we can start having kids. But I'm not trying to be dating and be in these streets. I'm cool with finding my life partner at 16 and we just have a ball from 16 to 23 until we get our life started and get married. I'm not trying to jump from dick to dick to dick. So any woman who feel like, no, I don't want to get married early because I want to jump from dick to dick to dick and get drunk at bars and shit, they don't realize that they're possibly forfeiting ever getting that. They don't realize that they're ruining their reputation for their future guy who would maybe consider them. They're disqualifying themselves and don't realize it. But yeah, somebody send in a $1 donation. I just want to see my alert pop up. I just want to see if it worked. So somebody just send in $1.
For my young 20s, because I was graduating from school, I got a job, and now I'm like, well, now the next step is to have a husband and kids. So I was always in these relationships looking for my husband when I should have been focusing on what does Brittany really want for herself? Who are you? Like really discover.
No, see, to me, great women, they're fine with the huge part of their identity being a mother and a wife. They don't need to find themselves. You know what I mean? To me, traditional good women, that is their identity. They're proud for that to be their identity. They don't need to go get a career or go to school to find themselves. They know at an early age who I am as a mother, a great mother, and a great wife. That's my identity. Everything else is like a side thing, like a side part of my identity.
Who I was and what I wanted. So I was in and out of
And let's be clear, when women say I want to find out who I am, they don't find out who they are. They just get damaged and get dicked down and played by a bunch of dudes. They never come out on the other end a better person. Like seriously. And now if they were finding themselves and not dating guys, like I'm gonna just focus on my career, find myself. But even that is bad because it's like women need to be on a man's program. And the more she's on her own program, the harder it's going to be to get her on a man's program. The bottom line is there is no, like I said, good reason for a woman to be single after 23. If she goes on a path that's away from getting locked down with a man early, she's on a path of destruction and ruining herself as a woman for a man. Whether, like, you see what I'm saying? Every other path other than getting locked down from 18 to 23 is a path to being ruined as a woman for a man. Whether it's getting dick down and partying, whether it's focusing on a career, whether it's focusing on school, whether it's focused on just building relationships with your friends and hanging out with them and building a close girl bond, it's all making you a worse wife for the future. There is no positive path. Women have a short period of time to be worth a damn to a man, and they just don't get it. They think, well, no, I'm going to get better with time. No, you're not. Women get worse with time, even if she was doing positive, constructive things with that time.
Relationships, I was trying to find my husband, and I didn't even know anything about me yet. So I spent like
Your job is to be that man's essentially, I don't want to say servant. Your job is to serve your man and your family. You finding the identity is counterproductive to that. You finding a separate identity outside of the home, outside of your family, is counterproductive to you being good in your family. Bars.
Beginning of my 20s searching for this thing, and the reason why I wanted it so bad is because I felt that having a husband and being married and having kids was like the ultimate form of happiness. Like once I possess this thing, once I have this husband, once I have these children, my life is just going to be full of joy and...
Well, yeah, that's the problem with the way women think about anything. They think that way about everything, whether it's getting a family, whether it's getting a career, whether it's I just want to party. They're thinking they thinking that thing is going to just be so joyful and it's going to be 24/7 happy. Nothing is that. Nothing, no path you choose in life is just going to be all happy and all happy, joy, joy. No. Whether you choose your the party route, whether you choose the family route, whether you choose the career route, it's never going to be all peaches and cream. And if you think any path is going to be all peaches and cream, you're going to be disappointed no matter what you choose to do. They want the pros of everything and the cons of nothing. And that's why they always just end up miserable.
Love, and I'm just going to be good because I've always wanted to be a wife and mother, and that's next. I graduated college and that's what's next. And what that did, like I kept saying, is it just brought the wrong people in my life. It didn't allow me to focus on myself. I say don't worry about that stuff, you guys. I'm gonna be 30, no kids, no husband, and I'm super happy and comfortable with my life. Like your eggs really don't start going bad till you're about 37, 40.
That's cap. That's cap. Terrible advice from women as usual. Oh, man.
I'm just kidding. People have babies older now, and so don't worry about that. Like when it's ready and it's your time and it's the right person, it will happen for you. So don't rush it.
It's just a huge red flag when, well, I'm gonna put it like this. If a woman can't find something that worked from 18 to 25, it's because she's not attracted to good men. 9 times out of 10. Good men, good dudes are everywhere, especially young dudes. They're looking for a girlfriend. They'll do anything to get a girlfriend. I mean, I don't think you should be in that desperate state, but you know what I'm trying to say. The easiest thing in the world for an 18 to 23-year-old to get is a decent dude looking to take her serious. Getting that is easier than getting water. So if a woman can't lock something like that down by 23, it's because she's going after the wrong men. And let's be clear, every woman in the world know who the good men are. They're going to try to make, I just can't find them, but they all know who the good ones are. They all know the ones who would make good husbands. Go talk to any 9th grader in the world and put her up to a lie detector test and ask her, do you know the guys in your school who would make great husbands and you wouldn't have to second guess it? They would all know the exact names to say. And those are the guys they're repulsed by. The women who have the best results in the dating market are women who are genuinely attracted to good dudes, first and foremost above all else.
Or feel because, oh, you're a certain age that you should be doing this or you're a failure. Like,
you are.
No. If I would have gotten what I wanted when I wanted at that time of my life, I would be divorced right now. Like, I'm thinking about the people that I chose as my husband, or I wanted to choose, or the people that proposed to me back then. I would be divorced. I would probably have children, and my families would be split. I wouldn't have been able to have all the opportunities and go to New York for 2 years and have all these things and do all these things that I've always wanted to do.
I literally said that. Like, go to LA, go to New York for 2 years and flip houses. I literally said that. And I don't remember this fucking video from 6 years ago.
If I would have had the life that I thought I wanted. Also, like I said before, it made me glimpse over I'm like, where did my younger 20s go? I blinked and I was 25. Just be mindful, enjoy your life. And my stepmom used to tell me this all the time. Enjoy your life. There's no need to rush. There's no need to do anything. You know, that's not in its time. And when you let God work and you just focus on you and you be the best you can be, self-development, all of that, things will come to you, like I said, when it's time. So just don't drive yourself crazy with these timelines of having to have a husband and having...
Okay, my super alert works. But I'm wondering why I gotta get it all. I'm gonna get it all figured out. I'm wondering, oh, there it go. Okay, it did pop up. All right, respect.
To have babies. There is no right age. There is no perfect time. You want to be financially, mentally, and emotionally stable as much as you can.
You're less mentally and emotionally stable. Your party years make you less mentally and emotionally stable. All your failed relationships and situationships make you less emotionally stable. Not more.
And until you experience things that...
I think they're men. Men get better with time a lot of times. Men are going to be more financially stable. Men, through the heartbreak, through the hard times, are going to be more stoic, usually. Well, maybe not usually, but you know what I mean. And as a concept, men can get better as they go through the storms. Women just get worse and just forever damaged as they go through the storms.
Everybody experiences everything differently. So I'm not telling an 18-year-old that she can't want kids or get married at 8. I'm not telling anybody when to do things. I'm just saying take the pressure off of yourself to have something so bad. Like, if it's meant for you, it'll happen. Also, it takes time for others to mature, and then you're not the same person you were when you're in your youth and you're young. You're not the same person you're going to become later in life.
Right, and that's why a lot of women leave. Like, y'all don't honor y'all commitments. So when you quote unquote change or have a change of heart, you dip and break up the family. And that's why a lot of women aren't relationship material. Because even when men change in a relationship, we still honor the commitment we made when we was that other person, or whatever you want to call it. Women don't.
So don't worry about it. I'm so happy.
More times than not.
I'm so happy without a husband, without children. I get to live my life. There's pros and cons to both, right? People with children want to be single, no children sometimes, and people with,
right,
that are single want all these things, but just be in the moment and be happy with what you have, and work on yourself. Figure out the person that you want in your life, and the qualities, not just what they look like or what they have, but the qualities. And what qualities do you want them to bring out of you, and what qualities do you want to bring out of them? Life just gets so much deeper. It just gets so much deeper.
Do y'all think this woman is going to be a submissive wife based on what you're seeing and what you're hearing? That's what I want to know. The best relationships are where the women are submissive to the men. And this woman is going to want to be your equal. Whatever man, well, I know what man she gets with because she's married, and we're going to go over that video. And okay, sneak preview. He's the type of guy you're thinking about in your head.
So I'm going to wrap up this video because I don't want it to be too long. I just really wanted to say that it's okay. If you're in your 30s, you're approaching 30s, you're in your 20s, and you have these ideals of when this. The thing that's crazy about having a husband and kids is none of that is your choice. Ain't that crazy as a woman? Like, you don't choose exactly when God will allow that sperm to meet that egg to make that baby.
Wait, what are you talking about? I mean, I get it, but what's the point? Yeah.
Or if the baby is conceived, if it will carry full term.
Okay.
It's not, you don't have any control over that. Yeah, you can control when you have sex, yeah, you can control what type of sex you have, but none of that is in your control. Only God controls that. And with the whole marriage thing, unless you're proposing out here in these streets, what's a lot of women, I don't recommend it, and a lot of women don't do it, you have no control over when somebody wants you to become their wife. Mind-boggling, crazy, you don't have control over that, so don't allow it to drive you crazy. Or
you did have control over that. You don't have control over when he's gonna pop the question, but you have control over who you pick, and you have control over picking a guy who lets you know up front, like, yeah, I'm marriage minded. I mean, I don't want to get married right away, but yeah, I definitely plan on marrying the woman I'm gonna be with after a few years of being with her.
Or to make you focus on something that it really just isn't important until it is. And I don't want to seem like I'm bashing marriage or having children. Believe me, I can wait. Not saying I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I know it will happen for me when the time is right, and if not, then it just wasn't meant for me. But
that's, wow. Like I said, if I would have went over this, well, I think I did go over this video 6 years ago, but I'm sure back then I said this bitch ain't never gonna find nobody. Because I know her past. I think there's another video I seen where she was talking about how she had a promiscuous past. I mean, she has. I've seen multiple videos of her where she said she had her fun, wink, wink. So back at this point, I would have said, no, she ain't never finding nobody. This hoe ain't never getting married. She cute. But here's the thing. Women can always find a sucker to marry. It's not going to be a guy they want, but if they just want the title of wife so they could just say they've been married before, at some point, they'll just find a sucker with a couple dollars to marry, and then, they'll divorce, grape them after a few years just so she can say I had a kid, or just so she can say, I was married before.
So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not driving myself crazy over it. It will be okay. There's so many great things in life. I'm an aunt, I'm Auntie BB to all my nieces and nephews, my friends' kids and all that, so I love it. But don't stress yourself out about life. It's okay, it'll work out. Again, focus on you, focus what you want and what's best for you and what God has for you and who you are, and everything else will fall into place.
She's somebody who's gonna want to be on a pedestal in a relationship. I don't get the vibe that she's gonna put her man on a pedestal, and that's how it should be. I don't get the vibe that she's gonna prioritize her man's dreams and aspirations and all that. She gonna want to be just as important as he is in a relationship. And some would say, what's wrong with that? But no, that's just not how it works. A man should prioritize his purpose, and a woman should prioritize her kids and doing what she needs to do to be a helpmeet for her man. A great woman doesn't want to be on the pedestal. She puts her family up on a pedestal. She don't want to be glorified and worshipped as a queen. She derives happiness from seeing her kids happy and seeing her man carry out what he need to carry out in his career and lifting him up as her king.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope this gave some of you all some hope, insight, something to woo-saw and not feel so pressured. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Share it with anybody who may need it. It's important. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I post a lot on there. I love you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
We're going to watch one more video. That was 6 years ago. This was 1 year ago. Or, well, April 11, 2023, so you do the math. A year and 6 months ago. Now, I think, this was about Blac Chyna. I guess Blac Chyna found God. She's like a ex-stripper, ex-hip-hop pass around. She hit the jackpot by getting one of the Rob Kardashian. She had a baby with Rob Kardashian. But yes, I guess, obviously a year and a half ago, she gave her life to God. And if it's genuine, hey, that's a good thing. I'm glad she gave her life to God. I still wouldn't advise any man to take her serious in a relationship, but I'm glad she gave her life to God. But let's see what Brittany has to say about this. Hoes love to give their life to God. I mean, I try not to roast it, but a lot of times it ain't genuine. They just run to God because that's all they can run to at this point. They're getting older. They ran through. This is the only way for them to redeem themselves and still be taken serious by other people. If they say, well, I found God now, I'm a Christian woman now. You can't roast me for all the shit in the past because I'm a God-fearing woman now. It's just super convenient. They never seem to find God at 22. You ever notice that? It's always when they pushing 40 and 50 and shit that they find God.
Family, I hope that you guys are doing well. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about it is never too late to change. It is never too late to evolve, reinvent yourself. It is never too late to have a new persona. This is a positive video. I am not here bashing this woman, dragging her. This is not tea, gossip, none of that. But I'm very proud of the stance that she's taking. All right, so recently Blac Chyna has gone on, I think like a promo run of reshaping her image, reshaping her story. She's telling another narrative about herself. As you know, Blac Chyna was a model and she participated in websites and things like that, but she's really rebranding and reshaping her image and telling young women not to fall into the pitfalls of surgery, not fall into the pitfalls of doing certain activities online. And what I really respect about it is she's being honest. Everybody has things in their past and then that they're not proud of, right? Unfortunately, she's just a celebrity and she chose to do her things publicly. But a lot of us, if we can be honest, done did it behind the scenes and closed doors and we have no records of it. So we can move through life like we ain't never did nothing. So
well, you expose yourself too, man. You ain't famous as Blac Chyna, but yeah, you should have kept that stuff to yourself. The internet is really a curse for women, man. They can't help but tell them themselves. They can't help but get on the internet and just have verbal diarrhea because they just love the attention so much. But yeah, I'm not surprised she can relate to Blac Chyna because this woman has had a sketchy past as well. Can women change? I would say no. Not far as being a good relationship partner, being a good relationship option. I mean, even if she give her life to God, no, them demons, look, she gonna struggle with them demons for the rest of her life. And if you a good dude and always been a good dude, you don't gotta put up with that, man.
So the fact that she is taking ownership of her life, taking ownership of the things that she's done, using her life as an example to push women forward or young girls forward in a healthy way by establishing a new brand, by not even calling herself Blac Chyna anymore. It's Angela White now. She's going by her government name. I feel like that's really dope. And it shows that it's never too late to change. I love that she's now thinking about her children and she's putting her children's needs above her own. And she's reshaping her brand to make money in different ways. You know, she wants to be an actress. She's getting...
So is it a hustle or did she really find God? Just a question.
A lot of her plastic surgery reversed. 2023 is a year of a spiritual awakening. It's the year of the 7. I believe a lot of us are coming to an awareness of who we divinely are. As children of God, God made us, we're just divine beings. And that's on period. I love that she is acknowledging that. I love that she is turning away from things that she used to do. She says now she's going to church. There was a photo that she was getting baptized. And it's just a testament that it's never too late. So if you're out there and you feel like, man, I done did too much, I'm so ashamed, heal that shame. Find a therapist and heal those things because a lot...
I mean, I agree. I want hoes to change their life for the better. I want them to find God. But I also just want them to leave good men the fuck alone. I really do. Get with you a reformed thug that found God too. That's what they want anyway, especially black women. Black women want the thug from 18 to 35, and then at 35, they want the reformed thug who got a legit business now. He got a trucking business now. But they never stop wanting the thug.
A lot of times, when women make those choices, they make them out of survival. They make them out of brokenness. They make them out of just being
No, they make them out of because that's what they wanted to do, and it's fun. It's fun to run around with the bad boys. It's fun to run around and get drunk and go clubbing. Let's be real.
a hurt place, not being able to trust anybody, thinking that that's the
Because it's like all these bitches do the same thing. Even if they came from good homes, they still want to, you know, be bad girls. Women love Satan, you know? And that's why women need to be controlled by righteous men their whole life. Preferably their father, and then directly after their father, their husband. Because when they're not controlled by righteous men, they're going to fall into the arms of Satan. You could just check the beginning of the Bible.
the best way to go about making their money. And so I'm not here to shame anybody for the decisions that they made in the past. I don't like when men will say, well, you know, don't be trying to clean up your act now. Stop. Everybody's been through something. Everybody's gone through stuff. Women and men are just different. Y'all are allowed to be out there with your chaos. That's not healthy either.
Well, no. Those are the men that you went after. There's plenty of dudes who aren't chaotic, but you don't make videos about them because they're boring and not important to you.
But the fact that this woman is coming to the forefront talking about her surgeries, and she's telling women to don't do it, how she's cleaning up her act, driving away from things that no longer serve her, is a beautiful thing. So let's not bash women who decide to change up and do better in their lives.
I agree. Don't bash them. Just don't get in relationships with them. I totally agree with her.
Champion these women. She has way more influence than a lot of us will ever have. So if she's changing, you never know what girl was about to do something or wanted to do something, and now she's going to switch up because she follows Blac Chyna, or excuse me, Angela White. So I feel like as women, especially, champion women like her. You know, because when she does one thing like this, she's impacting a gamut. You know, it always starts with us. It starts as an individual, and she's doing it her individual selves like we all should. You don't have to like or love Blac Chyna, but she is our sister regardless. She still represents the Black community. So when we stand behind her in solidarity, when we stand behind her and women like her and root her on for great.
I'd rather people root on the women who've been doing the right thing from the jump. I mean, I guess we can do both, but if I had to, see, it's one of those things. It's like a Chris Rock joke. He said, motherfuckers in the hood get more respect from coming out of jail than they get from coming out of college. I'm tired of people getting so much praise for changing their life around after being a piece of shit for 20 years. But the people who've been doing the right thing since their whole life, they don't ever get any attention and praise. So, man, fuck this. How about we lift up and praise the people who always been doing the right thing?
Outstanding behavior and owning her stuff. She's never once blamed anybody for her faults. She's taking accountability.
And stop throwing motherfuckers parties for becoming decent human beings when they should have just been there from the jump anyway. But now they want a fucking a pizza party and balloons and shit for just being a decent human.
What a lot of people say that we don't do. She's taking ownership, she's not blaming anybody, and she's taking this time to be an example and change. And I think that that's a beautiful and wonderful thing that should be championed. So, Angela White, if you're ever watching this, that's what's up, girl. We're rooting for you, or I'm rooting for you. And I pray that more women will start being more morally valuable, morally correct for themselves and for God. All right, I love y'all. Peace and blessings.
All right. Let's see who she married. Now, based on the two videos I just seen, you'd be like, well, she seemed nice. She seemed feminine. And she is more feminine than a lot of women we go over. I wish I should have pulled up the video where she talked about how she used to get down. But yeah, she got a sketchy past. I mean, you could tell she's kind of being a hoe apologist. So you can tell. But let's see. She was like, what, 28, 29? We'll just say she was 29 6 years ago, so she's 35 now. And let's take a peek. A nice young Christian brother. I wish he could have talked to me first. I really hope she don't ruin this man's life. Let's start. Oh, wait, maybe I should start that video first. Oh, God. We're going to look at this. This is only 2 minutes. look, I hope it work out. But, man. I just wouldn't advise anybody to marry a reformed hoe. And when I say hoe, I don't mean it in that type of way, but I mean she was loose. Maybe she changed, right? Maybe God really did change her heart. But I'm not hopeful. But I hope it work out. But I'm not hopeful. Can I say those two things at once? Is that the type of guy? I'm not clowning him. I swear I'm not clowning him. But if you had to picture the type of guy who would marry a reformed hoe, is that the picture that pop up in your head? Because this is the picture that pop up in my head. I really hope she don't hurt him. Seriously. I think dudes be getting too caught up with just wanting to wife up pretty. Yeah, pretty don't make somebody a good wife. I hope it work out though. Y'all get the point of that video. Let's see what they talk about here.
What's the difference between a title that gets a 3% click-through rate and one that blows up your channel and gets thousands and thousands of views? I spent 2 months analyzing the titles of my videos to see if I could figure it out. Some videos had tons of views and clicks, and others were limping along at less than a 1% CTR. My goal is to see if I could figure out why certain titles performed so much better than others and craft a strategy.
If God is on our side, who gon' stop us? The weapons may be formed, but they won't prosper.
And then, here's another thing. An influencer, I don't want to marry some online influencer, man. I just, no. No. Female influencers are, maybe just influencers, period. I mean, maybe even me, I don't know. But it's just, there's a narcissistic thing with them. It always got to be in front of the camera. It always got to be about them. I don't know. An ex-hoe and a social influencer, that's two big black flags, man. And he seemed like a good, clean-cut Christian brother. I hope she don't ruin this man. Damn, I hope she don't ruin this man.
Fucking faith blessings pop up. We operate in faith, you should watch us. If God is on our side, who gon' stop us? The weapons may be formed, but they won't prosper.
Hey y'all.
What's good?
This is my husband. What do you want him to call you?
Call me Gold.
Gold.
Yeah. Gold Wallace.
Gold Wallace, my husband. Gold Wallace, and we are the Golds.
Yeah, it's story time.
She's more into the idea of being married probably than she is into him. She keeps saying, my husband, yeah, this my husband, y'all. Did I tell y'all that this is my husband? Husband, my husband. Did I mention he my husband? See, they just want to be able to say they was married. They just want to be able to say, I got a husband. They're more into that than the actual man. He's just like an empty suit, so to speak. I don't know. It's just a theory. I could be wrong. Maybe she's madly in love with him. I don't know.
So I heard y'all wanted to know how we met.
Yeah. A lot of people are asking. They want to know how we met. They want to know our court, because we didn't date.
Yeah.
They want to know that process.
Yeah.
They want to know how we knew each other was the one. So we can give them, we don't got to give them all the details.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good little.
For sure. Let's jump right into it. So we actually met at her church at the time.
Mm-hmm.
My homeboy invited me. Her church has a record label, Christian record label. Shout out to Embassy City, Embassy Live. I pulled up to shoot some content, and I was in the studio, in the front. Mm-hmm. At the time, I didn't have my verse ready at the time, and I was kind of pacing in the front. And she walked up after serving, and when she walked up, I was like,
I don't think I was serving. I think I was just there for something.
I thought you were serving beforehand.
I don't remember what was going on that day.
Yeah.
I remember the day we met, but I don't remember what was going on that day.
Gotcha. So she walked up to the studio, and I was like, "How you doing? Are you coming to the studio? You an artist?" She was like, "Nah, that's not my ministry." And I'm like, "All right." She was kind of stern, a little slightly standoffish a little bit, but she was still approachable. And then I was like, "All right, cool. Well, I introduced myself. I got her Instagram. We exchanged Instagrams. Didn't think nothing of it. You know what I mean? Checked out her Instagram later. I was like, all right, whatever, cool. Mind you.
What'd you think of my Instagram? Because I tell my girlies a lot that men judge you based off your Instagram. So what'd you think about my Instagram?
I thought you was very, it gave me an overview of what you were into. Like, you know, the passion that you have for speaking on behalf of like women.
Yeah, see, and that's another, like some feminist influencer. I wonder what he thought about it. Let's let him continue.
I got a chance to see a glimpse of that. And then, you know, I didn't really see, I was like subconsciously, wasn't looking for something, but slightly looking for something.
To weed me out?
I mean, it was like to see what you was into.
Okay.
You know, if you was into a certain lifestyle, I'd be like, all right, that's what she into. But I could tell like you was on your journey, your faith journey.
Okay.
I could tell that you was, you know, seeking after God's heart.
Man, listen, it ain't nothing for them to do a IG revamp, and it ain't nothing for them to have 3 IGs. And nah, bruh. Fellas, looking at an Instagram page ain't enough. I mean, I know this was just his initial gloss over to see what she was into. Because usually, yeah, Instagram can show you what a woman is into, but nah, man. These reformed Christian hoes be preying on good dudes, man. Because all they got to do is start a new Christian Instagram and it's like where she posting a bunch of Christian inspirational quotes and be cute, and you got a Christian dude now, a naive Christian dude thinking you a good girl. I wonder, are they going to dive into, like, did she tell him about her past?
So those were like, all right, there's somebody that's going to be in my circle. At the time, that was my initial thought.
Right. If you would have seen like around pictures in the mirror, booty shots,
I would have just been like, well, that's what she into. I wouldn't have took you serious. I would have just been like, you know, at that time of my life, I wasn't looking for something to just a weekend fling. I was on my journey. At the time, I was dating for a wife. That's the space I was in. So, yeah, that's what it was. So I saw how you kind of carried yourself, and I was like, all right, cool. And then fast forward a month later, back at her church, I was performing this time, something called the Soul Case, like a competition event. And I was one of the artists that was competing. And again, before I was about to perform, I was kind of nervous, pacing, and then I saw her. I noticed her. She had this blouse on. She had like a real chill type of spirit that I was like, I'm gonna have a conversation with her because I was nervous anyway. Aww. So I said, hey, do you remember me? She was trying to act like she didn't know who I was.
I didn't remember. And then he reminded me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, stick around. I'm about to perform. Like, all right, cool. I performed, and then
that's when I really
Can this motherfucker talk? She keep cutting them off. Like, I don't know. Like, am I reading too much into it, or do she like keep cutting them off? And then I want to point out, like, she didn't remember him. What was that, a week later? So she wasn't feeling him. If she didn't remember him, she wasn't feeling him at first. Because if a woman meet a man that she like, ooh, he fine as hell. Like, if on a Monday, she gonna be talking about that motherfucker probably all week to her girls. Ooh, that fine ass man I met Monday. What was his name? Oh, she probably remembers his first name, last name, what he wore. You know, the shoes he had on. She remember everything about him. When a woman feeling you like that, yeah, she remember everything about you. So yeah, but yeah, she keep cutting them off.
Okay, so the first time we met, I wasn't really like, I was like, okay, because you meet people in church, it is what it is, and yeah. I was doing a fast. So men and dating was not like on my registry at the time or like on my radar. So then when he approached me at Soul Case, like that's kind of when I was just like, oh, he's really cool. We met before. And then when you performed, I was like, oh.
This was a month after we initially met.
Yeah.
But mind you.
Oh, okay, a month. But still, if she was feeling him like that, she would have remembered him.
When I meet people at church, I'm not going to church, like, especially a church, that wasn't my church home. So I wasn't like approaching her with the intention of like, oh, I'm trying to see what's up.
Yeah, you didn't give me that
you know what I mean?
At all. You were just cool. You were like just real chill. Like, just what's up, how are you?
Yeah, so I was
But would she have dated him at 21? He not tall. He not particularly, I don't know, anything that would stand out, in my opinion. Like, would she have dated him at 21? That's the question you got to ask yourself as a man. If she wouldn't have dated you in her prime, don't date her in her decline. I got a sneaky suspicion she wouldn't have dated this dude in her prime.
Like, this is possibly a sister in Christ, you know what I'm saying?
And you don't want to like be mixy in church and date around in church anyway, because church community is really small.
For sure.
So
yeah, and it wasn't my church home either. So it was like, I wanted to respect where I was. But so I performed, and then we met through, shout out to my homeboy Sai. And Chrissy. So he invited me to, afterwards, the Velvet Taco. And then I go to the taco spot, a table full of people, I only knew Sai. And I'm like, okay. Sai was already at the corner, was no seats next to him, so I sat at the end. I'm kind of like socially awkward a little bit, a little quiet.
He's quiet, but he wasn't socially awkward.
But I didn't see her at the table, so I got, I didn't see her until I got up. I went in line. I see her in line. I'm like, okay, we cross paths again. She's like, oh, good job with the performance, and we had small talk, small convo.
What he didn't know is I was kind of waiting for him because.
So she chose because she wasn't into me until she seen me perform.
Because normally, okay, so I'm not a girly that if anybody knows me from my past, I wasn't into artists. I don't do like the limelight type stuff, and so. When I saw him perform, I seen him like give his.
Knew me from my past. Okay, she touched on the past. Who was she in the past? Did you ask that brother at some point before you wiped this up? Knew me from my past. I'm a different person now. They're not a different person, man. I don't believe the whole I'm a different person. You're putting on a different front.
His testimony, give his heart for God, and he was good. Like, y'all know Christian rappers, sometimes you just never know. No, you were actually really talented.
Thanks,
so I was just like, oh, okay. So he's about the walk that he's on. To me, that was really important, is that he was a real man of Christ. He wasn't just like, doing it to play. Yeah. And I left early because it was a competition. I left early because I left my phone, so I didn't get to see if you won or not. So when I got to Velvet Taco, I arrived before him, and I was like, oh, who won? To Chrissy and Sai, and they were like, Gold Wallace won, and I was like, oh.
So she was waiting for the boy. She was waiting for the kid.
I was low key waiting because I was like, okay. And then they were like, oh, he's supposed to come, and I got excited. I was like, oh, okay, because I kind of wanted to just get to know him a little bit and just figure out who he was.
But yeah, so we in line, short, quick convo.
Because I had already ordered my food when I got back in line with you.
Yeah, so I thought like we had a waiter, but they said, nah, y'all go in line and order. Yeah. Okay, boom. Go back to the table. We sitting at the table. She's sitting across from me. I'm sitting next to some friends, and then I'm talking, I'm just listening. I'm very observant.
I see him looking at me,
But
too.
Mind you, my whole thing, my mentality is I didn't come here to try to like spot a girl, to try to bag. Yeah. I'm here to just fellowship with people that's in the kingdom, my brothers and sisters in Christ. You know what I mean? Get to know this. Like I said, the church wasn't my church home, so I wanted to.
It was all my church friends were there. Yeah,
so
there's a lot of us too.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm noticing her. She's standing out to me. She's highlighted to me, and then her friends is like, "Yo, we're going to Brittany house for Thanksgiving." She threw down. I'm like, all right, they probably just gassing her. So she pull out the phone. I see the food. I'm like, oh, she really prepared a meal. I'm like, okay, put that in my mental note. But mind you, I'm still like, I'm chilling. So I'm just kind of seeing how she talk, how she interact with her friends. And I'm like, oh, I think she thorough. I think she's solid.
What's something that I said that stood out to you?
You was like, oh, she said like, I listened to old 70s, 80s R&B and soul music to discover like, what you say?
I don't know. We ain't gonna watch this whole thing, or I'm probably gonna cut it off now. But what y'all think? I mean, she seemed like a cool chick, but nah, I don't know, man. No. Let me know what y'all final verdict is on her. I might go get something to eat. I'm gonna play it a little bit more while I get something to eat.
Say like, love. I listen to old love music so I could like get that foundation of how to love my future, man, or my future husband. I'm like, okay, I think that's thorough. Like, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But mind you, my mind's still like, I'm just here to just.
He was looking. When I said that, I noticed him peep me, but I didn't say that to like stand out. I was really in a season where I was healing. I was in tune with God. I was preparing for my husband, and a lot of our music today is nothing about love. So I wanted to warm up my heart, because music is very what would be the word, babe? It's very like it gets in your soul, it gets in your mind, your subconscious.
Yeah, music consumes you. It's like you got to protect your ear gates. Like if you consuming music that's like, yo,
like F
these dudes, F these, like you're gonna adapt that mentality.
Regardless if you notice it or not. So when I was looking for music that really talked about love outside of lust, I had to go back like past the 90s, past the 80s to like 70s and 60s. So I was listening to like Temptations and, Patti LaBelle, like old school music at the time. And so I had said that at the table.
Word. And I could tell it came from a genuine place. So fast forward, so now we separate. The guys on one side, the girls on the other side. I'm closer to my homeboy, and we all talking. And then I'm kind of glancing over, she's still highlighting. I'm like, there's something about her. Cool, boom. So I leave. I go back to my car. I'm sitting in my car, but I backed in the parking lot, and I see her. She didn't know I was in the car, so she's talking to my homeboy side.
Like we're all in like our old church, like my old church congregates. Like we don't know how to leave nowhere, so we'll be inside talking for a long time. We shut down Velvet Taco. Now, mind you, this was a little late. Then we were in the parking lot talking. Yeah. And I want to walk to my car, but I see somebody in the car next to me.
Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
I'm in the car. You know what I mean? I'm waiting because I'm trying to figure out like, all right, I don't want to just pull off while they're talking. I'm gonna wait till they stop talking. Plus, like, it's late. I'm trying to figure out if I'm about to go, like which route I'm gonna take to go home. So I got my window cracked a little bit so I could hear a little bit. So she tell my homeboy like, hey, can you watch me go to my car? Because it's some dude in the car looking at me and it's kind of weird.
I didn't say you were looking at me. I just was like, because in Atlanta, you got to be careful. I didn't want to get kidnapped. It's trafficking out here. So I noticed somebody was in the car. I couldn't see who it was. And I said, hey, Sai, watch me walk to this car because there's somebody in the other car. So make sure I get in my car, okay?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And you said a little something else, but you know what I mean?
I don't remember. I didn't know who it was him.
But I respected that. So I laughed. I'm like, I said,
you said it's me or something.
I rolled the window. I kind of opened the door, but at that time you was walking towards the car. I'm like, it's me. I was just in there with y'all.
Yeah.
It's gold. And then, mind you, so I'm backed in and she's pulled straight in. So her driver's seat is on my left.
Exactly.
Like literally next to each other.
Situational awareness.
So I'm like, okay, this is like the third or fourth time that we crossed paths in this time period, and you're highlighted to me. What's going on? Like, okay, what's good? Now I'm like interested. Now
and we didn't plan any of this. Like, we just kept having interactions naturally that weren't like, where's he at? Looking for him. It was just kind of like just naturally.
Yeah. So even though I was dating at the time, I wasn't like going into the environment looking for someone from a church. Like I was like, I'm gonna do my dating in the
world.
However I was dating, and then I'm gonna respect this environment.
We're gonna have another conversation on why Christian men date in the world. That's a whole separate conversation. But
I think it's a matter of respect and reverence. Like, like
not now, baby.
Okay, all right, we're gonna get into that. Okay,
comment down below if you guys want to have that whole chit chat.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. When we met, right, I was very clear that I wasn't dating.
Yeah.
So what did you think about that? Because oftentimes when I tell women like, hey, I didn't date my husband, they always ask like, well, what was his reaction? Like, how did you guys still move forward getting to know each other without like labeling it as dating? So when I told you I wasn't dating, like what were you?
Yeah, you made it clear. I didn't understand that at first. I'm like, okay, you're not dating. I'm dating. I'm dating, looking for a wife. I'm actively dating. I'm going on dates. I made it clear that that's what I was doing. But then you explained, you was like, well, I just got done fasting. Like, I'm not interested in just dating, having a boyfriend, girlfriend. We're going to be friends until we know we either going to take this serious, get into the process of courting or being engaged. Like, you literally said, like, there's no, okay, we're friends. It's like, we're going to be friends until you know that you're interested. I know that I'm interested. Then we're going to court. You know
I didn't say court. I just said, God gonna tell my friend that I'm his wife. That's what I remember.
No. So she put him in the friend zone off top? That's not a good sign. Yeah, this is textbook. This is fucking textbook.
remember saying.
I mean, you said that.
Oh, if anybody curious, I'm eating Purdue Dino Nuggets with barbecue sauce, just in case anybody cares. But I did have some cheese. Well, no, I did have some sour cream Pringles earlier today.
But I interpreted it as like, okay, it's more so of a courtship. Like, you know what I mean? We're not going to date. It's going to be like I'm going to court you. You know what I'm saying?
So she dictated to him how it was going to go. Pay attention.
And so, but yeah, so like, we, after that interaction, we started having conversations like, you know, like immediately after.
We did. Like voice notes that night. Yeah. We were sending each other voice notes.
Yeah, I'm talking about like, we went straight to the deep waters as far as our conversation. I started sharing, you know, my past, what I'm dealing with currently, my mental state, you know, my beliefs. She started sharing that, her childhood. We covered a lot of ground in a short period of time. And there was no physical intimacy at all. It was just like, you know, me covering the deep, going into the deep waters, you know what I'm saying?
What made you comfortable with doing that? Was it me or that was just a space that you were in at the time?
It was a little bit of both. I think I felt open to share. Like, I share like my financials, like.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, especially with a chick you just met. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if she don't bring up some of those things when shit gets shaky. But yeah, fellas, don't divulge your deep, dark secrets and worries and mental problems. Like, not mental problems, but worries and fears. Just don't do it. You can give a little something, open up a little bit, but don't give her nothing she could use against you. I'll tell you that.
Situation.
You did that later.
But it was still early, though.
Yeah, it was.
It was like.
It was before we got engaged.
Yeah, but it was like, you know, I was just transparent. Like, hey, this is what I want, X, Y, Z. This is where I came from. This is my mentality. But I felt comfortable sharing that because I didn't really want to. I know I didn't want to waste your time, but I didn't want to waste my time because it's like, okay, you know, I don't want to just have these conversations without going into depth and then determining like, you know, if this is somebody that I want to put my time and invest my you know, my life with, you know what I'm saying? So I'm already married. I was already like dating for marriage anyway. Yeah. So I was already asking these questions, even while I was dating. But a lot of times when I was dating, I would ask those questions. The subject matter wasn't there. Like, you know, we didn't really go deep. It was like surface level. Hey, how was your day? X, Y, Z. So it was kind of hard to get to that point. And I think it was a level of the chemistry not being there, a level of not being aligned spiritually, a level of not feeling capable of being transparent with that person. So I felt all of that with you, pretty much. Yeah. So
I remember our first outing. We don't call them dates because I was very clear we are not dating.
Yeah. Look at that little neck jerk. She keep reiterating that. Like, I dictated to this motherfucker how I was gonna go. I made it clear. Don't play with me, motherfucker. We ain't dating. Like, that would be a turnoff if a woman keep telling me we ain't dating. Like, okay, well, I could just move on.
But our first outing when we
capable of being transparent with that person. So I felt all of that with you, pretty much. Yeah. So
I remember our first outing. We don't call them dates because I was very clear we are not dating. But our first outing when we went to Colony Square?
Yeah.
And we had pizza. How did you feel about me? Like, I just went up, like, I'm sure he would have paid because I felt like you were about to, but I just went in front of you and paid for my stuff. Like,
oh, she did not like this dude. She didn't even feel comfortable letting him pay. So, damn, you've been emasculating him for, I mean, look, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm cool with a chick paying something, but not like the first outing. Oh, no. This is textbook.
Like, because I wanted to make it clear, like, we're not dating. Like, I was very...
Damn, like, she really trying to drive this home. And look, he even looking down. Like, even look at his energy. Like, let's rewind that. How many times you gonna say it? We get it, bitch. Y'all wasn't dating. All right, let's just... Hey, I'm looking for before I play it back, I'm looking for a live stream sponsor starting at $5. If we make it to $15 in the next Hold on. Well, I'll just say in the next 15 minutes, guarantee a 2-hour live stream. If you make it to $25 the whole stream, then I'll do a live stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. We only at $2 in donations. If somebody want to send in a 10 ball so we can see that super alert. Cause I want to see that Bill O'Reilly pop up.
You know, I wanted just to be your friend. So, but you opened up that night. Like, it was something about Colony Square.
Yeah.
And we had pizza. How did you feel about me? Like, I just went up, like, I'm sure he would have paid because I felt like you were about to, but I just went in front of you and paid for my stuff. Like, because I wanted to make it clear, like, we're not dating. Like, I was very, you know.
Look at his face. It's sad, man.
I wanted just to be your friend. So, but you opened up that night. Like, it was something about your transparency that also made me feel comfortable.
Like, why would she keep driving that home considering the fact that they're married now? Like, why is that such an important part of the story for you? Like, seriously. Like, I could see if you was just telling the story like a week after this happened, but after y'all are already romantic and married and all that, why do you feel the need to keep saying that? Just a question.
Comfortable, and I could also tell you were very, like, honest. I didn't feel like you were putting on
for sure
at all.
Yeah. Nah, I respect it. Like, you know, you being willing to pay. I respected it because it's like my whole thing is if I invite you out, then I'm already gonna. My mentality is if I invite you somewhere, then I'm gonna pay. You know what I mean? Right. So you being like, nah, you know, it's cool. Like, I was like, okay, cool. You know, there's no blurry line.
Yeah.
There's not like, okay, you know, I want to date, but I'm just not saying it.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, it's dudes that she fucked on the first night from the club. I mean, I'm speculating, but based on how she talked about her past on another video that we haven't seen today, she didn't have one night stand. She did say out of her mouth, she said, if I saw a dude and I was feeling him and I wanted to have sex, I did my thing. I did it safely, but I did my thing. So she doing all this, but there was guys she fucked on the first night, bro. Nah, never mind.
It was like, okay, she's standing on what she said, like, you know what I mean?
Very, very clear.
Yeah, and then
yeah, when a woman got all these rules and shit, she don't like you. They make rules for betas and break rules for alphas.
After that, we went on, you know, we hung out multiple times, you know,
and
just
we
as
talked
friends.
on the phone a lot.
Talked on the phone a lot as friends.
Pals.
Yep. So
compadres.
I still, like I said, I wasn't dating per se now as we were having convos. I was entertaining some conversations.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, there's interest in her. You know, I don't really have, the more we started talking, the less I wanted to continue to have conversations with other, you know, people, other women, because it was like, what's the point? Like, you know.
Oh, she said same, so she was still talking to other dudes. When a chick really feeling you, it's none of this, bro. She don't want you talking to other chicks. She don't want to talk to nobody else. When a chick really locked in with you.
You know, we're not even going that deep. Now I'm like, there's a level of comparison when I talk to them, I talk to you. And really, once I saw where you were spiritually, like your love for God, I knew early on.
Steve M says, what they are married, he is done. Run to the copper. Yeah, they married now. And these ain't nobody special. These ain't nobody famous. And he ain't a famous rapper. He was just a local Christian rapper. And she an online influencer. She got like almost 100,000 subscribers, so nothing crazy. I mean, it's way more than I'm probably ever going to get, but she got some type of notoriety.
That this is a woman who's not going to hinder.
Oh, my bad. Run to the chopper. So, yeah, Steve M., thanks for the donation. Everybody shout out Steve M. He say, what are they married? He is done. Run to the chopper.
My relationship with the Lord. She's going to.
Felt the same way.
She's not going to. No one can push you closer to God. That's our responsibility. But people could pull you away.
Bad company corrupts
You know what I'm saying?
character.
So
Absolutely, yeah.
I saw what your purpose was. I saw the heart that you had for people. And I'm like, okay, you know, we are spiritually equally yoked.
Yeah,
and
we were very much spiritually equally yoked, yeah.
This is a woman who I know that you know, my vertical relationship with the Lord is gonna increase.
Right.
It's gonna push that out of me.
I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't make him wait. I wouldn't be surprised if she did make him wait to get some pussy until they got married, to their wedding night. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know for sure if that was the case, but how she talking, I wouldn't be shocked.
So, as the conversations progressed, it went from being like, okay, I'm still dating other people, to like, all right, well, I'm not.
And I was honest with him. Like, there was a point where I started to really like him. And mind you, we're both kind of praying to God, like, and I want to talk about that a little bit. I'm praying for God to remove him out of my life. Like, if he's not who, you know, I'm starting to like.
This some cold shit, man. This reminded me of the Will and Jada debacle when he had to just sit there and let this bitch just embarrass him. Like, you already put him in the friend zone. You paid for the date so he could know it's a friend zone. And now you talking about on camera how you was praying for God to take him away. After he opened up and he was feeling the vibes. Think about that for a minute. She talked about how she was praying for God to take him away. And then she added the if he ain't the one. But yeah, that's bad, bro. Oh, my God.
Like him. Like, at first we just were cool. It was attraction. There was interest.
No, it wasn't.
But I really, you know, when you're getting to know somebody, I was like, I don't know this man yet. But as we were getting to know each other, because like you said, we were talking for hours. We would send voice notes like every day.
And after all that, she was still saying, God, please take him away.
We were communicating. And so I was like praying for God, like, hey, if this is not of you, break it. Like, I don't want it, God, if this is not meant for me, if this is not something that's going to be beneficial to your
But
kingdom.
what about the Pookies and Ray Ray? She didn't pray them away. She was praying that they would come back after they bust their nuts. She wasn't praying to keep those guys away, though. I promise you. She was on her knees praying to them, if you know what I mean. And then after they blew their load, she was on her knees praying to God that he would come back and call her again. But for the good Christian stand-up dude, she was telling God, please take him away.
I really want to like cut ties and just be friends and be cool. There was something I wanted to ask you though. Go ahead, boo. I forgot.
Yeah, no, I was praying too. Like, I was you know, asking God to reveal to me who this woman is. You know, asking God like, okay, is this somebody that you want me to, you know, move forward with? And as I was praying those prayers, God was showing me. First, this is what he said. I believe this is what the Lord had put on my heart, was like, it doesn't matter what you think she is to you. She's my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So there was a level of reverence and a level of respect.
She okay, yeah, that's, look at her little fake thank you or praise Jesus. Like I'm getting fake vibes from her now. That turned me off. That little like flippant little hand raise, that was like some clown shit. Like she don't take this shit serious. Like this religion thing serious. Peep game.
This is what he said. I believe this is what the Lord had put on my heart, was like.
Wait, hold on. Can I slow it down? Yeah. Hold on. Oh no, that's.
It doesn't matter what you think she is to you. She's my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So there was a level of reverence and a level of respect. I knew that, like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm not going to play around. I felt a level of conviction in terms of just making sure I'm transparent with everything. And I think that's why I was so quick to say, hey, this is how much I make. This is what, like, you know what I'm saying? And then God was showing, and I was like, okay, well, I still was asking him, okay, is this somebody you want me to spend the rest of my life with? And God was like, you know, I wasn't getting a clear, like, yes,
yeah,
you know, this is who
I never
she is.
got, like, that's your husband. I never got, like, you know, people say, like, God said, that's my husband. I never got that.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, well, I mean, why would you? I mean, granted, he said something in that vein first, but she went harder. Yeah, I never got that. Nope. You know how the whole thing where God say, oh, that's your husband? Nah, I never got that vibe. This is some cold work, man. This is some diabolical work, y'all, as they say these days. Why would you say that? Even if that is the case, why would you say it on camera, too?
I think, you know, he was just giving me, like, you know, he was showing me the things about myself that I was insecure about, the things that I still struggle with. He was saying, why you keep praying about her? Like, I'm showing you the things that you need to do the work within yourself. You know what I mean? But he didn't. There's been times where I had that same prayer and then it fell apart. Or I may have been moving from in a place of lust or
like
a place
with other
of,
people?
Yeah,
oh, it would be like over in like 48 hours, it'd be done.
Right, and I think because we hadn't physically opened that door yet.
Oh yeah.
It was easy for us to cover a lot of ground in a quick way.
And can we talk about like we gave each other church hugs, like we did.
Oh my God, she roasting them now. We gave each other church hugs. Oh my. It wouldn't be so bad if this was coming from a young couple where this girl was a virgin. None of this stuff would be as bad. But this coming from a woman who probably been with 20, 30 dudes. And she was living the party life from 16 to 30, talking like this. That's a whole completely different context. Church hugs. When she blew guys she just met that same night, but she giving her future husband, current husband, church hugs. Ah, this is sick. This is just sick. Like, hold on, man. I gotta do it. I don't care if it mess up the stream for a couple minutes, man. Bear with me. I gotta do this, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. We're going to figure something out real quick. Bear with me. I want to figure something out, man. Y'all got time to bear with me. I want to figure something out. Let's see if we can figure it out on the spot. Let's see. Okay, I guess not. I'll figure it out at some point.
Track record. There's something out there, either what they did in high school, college. Like what popped up for you was your track record, like your track.
No, ran track.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, that checks out, and his name matches his face. Like I wanted to make sure that there was nothing crazy out there, and there wasn't. It was really,
for sure.
Yeah.
But in terms of like knowing, it wasn't like God was like, oh, this is who she is. She's your wife. But it was more so like he used people, like we was prophesized over. And mind you, I'm somebody who.
And she got the nerve to talk about what's popping up for him. Like if she tried to Google him, did he do his Googles? Look, we just gonna move on. Y'all get the point.
I do too.
How old are your two kids?
16 and 15.
Both by the same woman?
No.
Two women? Have you ever been married?
The bar is buried. Hello, ladies, and the 2% of gentlemen that watch this channel. Gentlemen, you might want to click off because I'm going to complain about y'all for a second. I have gathered you all here today to
Look, before you get on the internet complaining about men, can you get at a healthy weight? Like, and then you could talk shit about 50% of the population. Or, okay, How much y'all want to bet her weight is going to play a part in what she complained about? Unbeknownst to her. Did I use that word right? I'm pretty sure I did, if I pronounced it right.
Talk about.
Correct me in the comment section. I'm sure I got some intelligent brothers in the chat. Somebody spell it out for me in the chat. What is unbeknownst? Hey, help me out, man.
The audacity of being a 30-year-old lady dating in today's society. If we could even fucking call it that at this point. It's the Wild West out there, let's be honest.
Well, ma'am, you're already annoying me. You already got an annoying personality. I'll give you a pass on the weight. Annoying personality, and you're already using profanity, and we're not even 30 seconds in. Nothing about this is giving girlfriend material.
Hold up, I don't know why I'm so close to the camera. We're gonna bring it on back. Because we're gonna be flailing around outside of this Walmart. Because I'm gonna lose my mind. I figure we should have a little bit of a kiki because I'm exhausted. You know, mulling it over, letting out some frustration, and maybe getting somewhere productive in the end. I doubt it, but here we go. I don't know, I've just been feeling like a little bit let down recently by humanity in general. Let's just take it that far. I know that sounds dramatic, but I digress. But do you know who never lets me down? The sponsor of this video, which is Green Chef. Green Chef is a CCOF certified organic meal kit company that helps you cook clean no matter your lifestyle. They have options for keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, and gluten-free. I've been using Green Chef for 2 years now, and as someone who strongly dislikes the monotony of daily decisions like what to make for dinner, let me just tell you that it is so nice having everything I need to make a delicious meal at home delivered to my doorstep, saving me time, effort, and energy. Not only that, but I noticed as a result my cooking skills have improved as well as my culinary horizons have been broadened because I'm trying ingredients that I probably wouldn't have picked up at the store otherwise. It's so simple. I just choose from the 24 weekly meal choices they offer, which are constantly changing up, by the way. They keep it fresh, they keep it exciting, and then a meal kit is delivered in these streets. DateTheGreenChef.com.
She's nuts.
You slap in code Beatrice135 and you could try them out for yourself on a discount. Huge thank you again to Green Chef for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back into it. Okay, so I have been out here in these streets dating what have been presented to me as grown-ass men. That is questionable for the past month now. And in the past 2 weeks, I have decided to expedite the process. Like not text them and get to know them before agreeing to go out, just going out on dates rapid fire really quickly, making it more quick and painless and more about the social aspect of getting out there, socializing, being less awkward, learning how to meet people. Everything was fine and dandy. I was having fun. I was going on all these dates, but then I was also experiencing a lot of rejection, which is fine because I know I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. My whole strategy for dating is to be as unapologetically myself as I can possibly be.
Do you think she's accepting dates from her male equivalent? Do you think she would go on a date with a unfamous Chris Farley? Like, do you think she would date her male equivalent? Or is she trying to swipe on Chads and then being shocked they don't want her?
Right out the gate. So we kind of skip that whole on your best behavior 3-month dating thing before you actually figure out who someone is. Because I feel like if I'm myself, that lets people be their self right out of the gate. I know who they are and all those red flags come out, honey. And boy, do they come out. The only thing that I'm dishonest about is what I do for a living. I don't tell people about the YouTube thing. I don't tell.
Exactly. All these influencers try to hide, not all of them, but the smart ones would try to hide the YouTube thing or the TikTok thing because it's extremely cringe and it turns most men off. And most men are going to be worried that they're going to be a part of your next story time, and they would be right. Hence, this video.
Tell them that I make videos for a living about my life. One, if they found my channel, they would have access to all of this personal information about me because I am 100% myself on this bitch. You know what I mean? So I just just think like it would be really easy to like manipulate someone's feelings about you if you had access to like literally everything down to their daddy issues. You know what I mean? Like that's not ideal. Also, I did social media to a couple of people that I was like talking to for a while just to kind of see what would happen, and one of two things happened. Either they were disgusted by it and thought that I was like really full of myself or narcissistic.
You are. And look, they're going to find it one way or another. You might as well tell them in the beginning so you can find somebody to accept you for you. But it's not going to be a worthwhile guy, because a worthwhile guy wouldn't sign up for this. Even if he was attracted to you, even if he was okay with the weight, even if he was okay with you cursing every 3 seconds. You're really not putting yourself in the best position to find a decent person. Deleting this YouTube page would be a great start. But you're not going to, because guess what? She has 359,000 subscribers. Yep.
For posting videos about myself, even though they didn't really know me yet. Or they were super excited about it and were trying to figure out ways that I could use my platform to help them for their own self-gain.
Right.
So even though I don't want to lie to these people and start a relationship off that way, I feel like it's a good way to protect myself to just not mention it. I justify it. I mean, if they feel a type of way, if I do eventually tell them, then, you know what I mean? I feel like my reasons are valid. There were very few that were just neutral about the whole social media thing. People feel one way or the other about it. It's a thing. But I don't really need to worry about the long term because no one is exactly sticking around. And maybe it's because I'm using a dating app to try to find people, but the options for meeting someone organically are like few and far between. But 30 is a weird age for dating anyway, because there ain't no one out there that hasn't experienced any kind of like trauma or heartbreak at this point. Like, I'm fine with people having baggage because it's unavoidable. I got baggage, but I feel like I'm also toting it through the airport myself, you know what I mean? And tagging it, being responsible for it, not leaving it unattended to where people think it's a bomb. Does that make sense? So what I'm looking for is how they handle that baggage. Are they able to self-reflect? Are they emotionally available? Do they have any kind of emotional intelligence? Are they blaming everything on a crazy ex or multiple crazy exes?
Ma'am, you're going to be their next crazy ex if they start dating you. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Red flag run, because you are going to be someone that they blame no matter what you do when they jump off to the next. But once you sift through the sea of sad people that are freshly out of long-term relationships, hating women, empty and jaded, or opening a conversation with overtly sexual messages right out of the gate, like, sir, no one needs to know about you.
I mean, like, they're just not self-aware. Do anybody tell these women, like, you're a bit too much, you need to tone it down? I just can't see any guy wanting to be around this 24/7.
You wanting to lick everyone's butthole. Stop. Does that work? I don't know. I don't think it does. Right out of the gate, just telling someone you want to lick their butthole. There's no way. There's no way in the history of man that has ever been attractive. There is no way. Unless you're like on a site where like that's the goal. You know what I mean? I'm flabbergasted, honestly, why that's an opener. But once you sift through surface level crazy, you start dating people that you have actual conversations with. You know what I mean? That can carry a conversation. The bar is low. The bar is buried. So I'm just going to tell you about like some of the situations that I've gotten myself into recently. There's certainly not all of them. Been going on a lot of dates recently. Most of them were just like mediocre, and then I got ghosted afterwards. So that's fine. I'm here for it, honestly. One of the first dates that I went on, we went to a fancy restaurant, like way fancier than who I am as a person. Like, girl, I'm like IHOP at 4 a.m. or maybe Olive Garden on a good day fancy. But this place was fancy and expensive. And I was meeting a guy that we will call Kevin, because that's his name.
Wow. Way to keep his privacy. I gotta get off here. I'm gonna stay on here, but I gotta get off this tab. Okay, I got a feeling this dude is a little fruity, but whatever.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, Rainbow Man. All right. See if I can make it through one more video, y'all.
I don't want to make Shay wait. But yeah, next time you guys need to come here. You to come to the venue and meet us and have fun with us. All right, let's see. She's here. I'm adding her right now. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for being here on time, early actually. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. How was your day?
My day was productive. I feel like I did a lot.
Okay, let's do the VA vets visual analysis. So the hair, it's fine, whatever. Nice lips. Wouldn't mind filling those on. Never mind. I'm not seeing nothing too crazy. I mean, she's no supermodel. What are we rating the face card? 1 to 5 in the chat. 1 to 5 in the chat. I'd give her a 2.
Yeah, what did you do?
I went for a run. I linked up with some of my friends, and I was able to edit some content that I've been postponing for a while.
Okay, cool. What type of content do you do?
So right now I do swim content and like lifestyle content, like me going to the gym or me going out with my friends and stuff like that.
So OF content. So her being a content creator is a -5 off top.
Okay, cool. You say swim like swimwear?
Yes.
Nice. I mean, I saw your IG, so I saw all those nice pictures in bikinis and stuff. So guys, if you want to see her IG, because I only put 2 pictures of her, this is the IG. Go check it out. Go check that out. Okay, so what else? What do you like to do? Tell us a little bit about.
Let's pull up the IG. Let's pull up the IG. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm pulling up the IG. Pulling up the IG. 1 second.
Yeah.